Hello everybody, welcome to this next video on linear algebra. In this video we are going to give answer to a very interesting question, that how to find out eigenvalues of a given linear map. So before going to maps, I would like to look at matrices. Most of you must have done a course on matrices and you must know that, okay, so I am assuming that most of you people, you know that how to find out the eigenvalues of a given matrix. If not, then also it is okay, I am going to explain. So we before here we are talking about linear map, but before linear map I'll tell you how to find out eigenvalues of a matrix. So a matrix, given a matrix A of size n cross n, then lambda is called an eigenvalue if there exists a vector n cross 1 vector, say x, not equal to 0, this is important, such that ax is equal to lambda times x. So it means that if you multiply the vector with the matrix, you get a multiple of that vector back. So I gave you an example in the last video also, second last video also. So it was like, for example, 1 1 1 1 is your matrix, and if you multiply it with 1 1, what you will get? You will get 2 2. So you'll get 2 into 1 1. So what is happening here, that your matrix, your vector, when you multiply it with the vector matrix, you get the multiple of your vector back, 2 times multiple. So here 2 is an eigenvalue and x is the corresponding eigenvector. So x is the corresponding eigenvector. Now here how to find out these eigenvectors and values. So it is very easy. Here we can write ax minus lambda x is equal to 0, and I can write it as ax minus lambda identity matrix of size n into x is equal to 0. This I can write as a minus lambda I x is equal to 0, right? And this is a system of homogeneous system of n cross n equations, homogeneous system of n cross n equations, right? And we know that it has, and we want x not equal to 0. So we know that it has a non-trivial solution if and only if determinant of a minus lambda is 0, right? So this is an equation in lambda, because we know that determinant of a matrix will get a polynomial. So this is an equation, this is a polynomial equation in lambda. This is a polynomial equation in lambda of degree n, polynomial equation in lambda of degree n, and we can find its root are the required eigenvalues of A, right? Matrix A. So we can find, this is how we find the eigenvalues of a given matrix. So I'll give you an example. Suppose you have this matrix 2 3 1 2, right? This is your A matrix. I want to find out its eigenvalues, right? So what I will do, I'll write a minus lambda I. So that will be, this is our problem. Find eigenvalues of this matrix. So you'll write 2 3 1 2 minus lambda times identity map, matrix, sorry. Here we are talking about matrices. So you have 2 minus lambda 3 1 2 minus lambda equal to this is your a minus lambda I. Now you want determinant of a minus lambda I, that is equal to 2 minus lambda 1 3. Okay, so this is lambda minus 2 square minus 3. So this is lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 4 minus 3. So this is lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 4. So eigenvalues are roots of lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 4 equal to 0. So that plus 1 equal to 0. So it means that lambda is equal to 4 plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So that is equal to 4 plus minus, this is 12, that is 2 root 3 upon 2. So eigenvalues are these. So these are the two eigenvalues of this given matrix, right? And you can find the corresponding eigenvector. How? That I'll explain later. So this is how you can find the eigenvalues of a matrix, right? Okay, fine. Now the question is, I want to find out eigenvalues of the linear map, not the matrix, right? But you may ask me that, okay ma'am, we want the eigenvalues of this linear map and you are telling us the theory for finding the eigenvalues of the matrix. So what is the relation, right? So now we have this picture that we are looking for eigenvalues of a linear map from V to V, and this video here is telling you that how to find out the eigenvalues of a matrix. So what is the relation? What is the relation? What is the bridge between these two, right? So that is what we are looking for. Now, can you think of something which relates matrices and linear operators or linear transformations? So your mind should work like this, that can we think of something which relates linear transformations and matrices? So if you have seen my last videos on this course, you must know the answer. So I'm waiting. So you can give your answers in the comment section. You can just pause this video and you can write your comments that what is the relation you can think of which relates linear transformations and matrices. So I'm going to give you the answer that we know that if T from V to V is a linear transformation and there is a basis beta, then T beta beta, this is the matrix representation of T with respect to basis beta. This we know, right? And if dimension is n, then this is an n cross n matrix, right? Fine. Now, okay, so I am saying that, so can you relate eigenvalues of T with eigenvalues of T beta beta, right? Now, okay, so you must have in your mind before that कि ma'am, if we change the basis to say beta 1, then we have another representation T beta 1. So there are, if this is a situation that you have a linear transformation from V to V, you can definitely relate it with the matrix, but there are so many such matrices. There is not a unique matrix which is associated with the linear transformation, because there are so many bases for V, so there are so many matrices associated with the linear transformation. So how we can relate the eigenvalues of the linear map with the eigenvalues of the associated matrix, because that associated matrix is not unique, right? So since the associated matrix is not unique, T beta beta is not unique, right? The moment you change beta, this matrix will change, right? So there may be a problem. What to do, right? So for that, so I'm saying you, don't worry, I'll give you a solution. I will give you a solution. So you tell me that if you change the basis, how the matrices are related. Matrices are related. So I'm asking you how this matrix T beta 1 and this T beta 2 are related. So can you tell me? We have done it so many times. So these matrices are actually similar matrices. So this is the relation between the matrices. If you change the basis, then this is the relation between the matrices. So it means that these matrices are actually similar matrices. So these matrices are these matrices are similar matrices. Right, similar matrices A and B are said to be similar if there exists an invertible matrix P such that A is equal to P inverse. So this is the definition of similar matrices. Definition of similar matrices, and this result we have proved in last chapter, right? Okay, so now what I am proving is, so I will prove that similar matrices have same eigenvalues. So I'll prove that result similar matrices have same eigenvalues. It means that either you consider the eigenvalues of this matrix associated with T or this matrix associated with T, they will be same. So it is, you don't have to worry which matrix you have to use. So let us prove it. Let A and B are two similar matrices. It means that A is equal to P inverse, or you can write it as P inverse AP, B here, A here, wherever you want to write. Now we are looking at A minus lambda I, that will be P inverse minus lambda I, right? I is your identity matrix. So this is P inverse minus lambda. I can write it as P inverse P, right? Because identity I can write as P inverse P, and in fact I can multiply with one more identity here, P inverse IP. Now, okay, whatever I have taken here, that I will take here, P inverse P. So you'll take here P inverse P inverse. So this is PIP inverse. Now you can take P common, B minus lambda I into P inverse, right? So now you look at the determinant of A minus lambda I. That will be determinant of P B minus lambda I P inverse. We know that determinant of product of matrices is the product of the determinant of the matrix. So this is determinant of P, determinant of B minus lambda I into determinant of P inverse, right? And now we know determinant of P is determinant of P inverse is 1 upon determinant of P. So this is determinant of B minus lambda I, and obviously because P is invertible, so this determinant is non-zero, because here we are talking about P inverse, it means that it is invertible. So this cancels. So you get that determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to determinant of B minus lambda I. It means that whatever is the solution of determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0 and determinant of B minus lambda I equal to 0, they have same solutions, right? It means that A and B are having same eigenvalues. So problem solved, right? So now we can conclude that given a linear map, so conclusion, given a linear map T from V to V, you want to find out its eigenvalues, right? Then find eigenvalues of T beta beta, which is an n, suppose its dimension is n, right, which is an n cross n matrix, and for an n cross n matrix you know how to find out eigenvalues, where beta can be any basis of your choice, right? So this is your answer. So we will, in the next video we will look at an example, right? And further, one more thing I want to tell you, this quantity determinant of A minus lambda I, right, this is a polynomial in lambda, this is called characteristic polynomial of A. I forgot to tell you like there, characteristic polynomial of A, right, and this determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0 is called characteristic equation of A. So it means that what we have done, we have connected the eigenvalues here. In this conclusion, we have connected the eigenvalues of a linear map with the eigenvalues of a matrix. Here we have connected we have connected eigen values of a linear map with eigenvalues of a matrix. So it is important that here any basis you can choose. That is most important. So let me give you an example here itself. Suppose you have a map here. Suppose you have a map here which is T from say R2 to R2, right, which is defined as say T of x y is equal to 2x plus y x minus y, right. Find eigenvalues of T, right. So now I know that for eigenvalues of the operator T, I need to find out a matrix associated with T. So and the simplest basis I know are the standard basis. So if I take beta as standard basis E1 1 comma 0 and E2 that is 0 comma 1, I know how to find out T beta beta. For that I'll find T of E1 that is equal to T of 1 comma 0, that will be 2 comma 1, and that will be 2 into E1 plus 1 into E2. So the first column of my matrix will be 2 and 1, and for second column T of E2 that will be T of 0 1, that will be 1 comma minus 1, that is 1 into E1 minus 1 into E2. So my second column will be 1 minus 1. So T beta beta is 2 1 1 minus 1. Now eigenvalues of this, for that you have to write, call it A. So you have to find determinant of A minus lambda I, that is equal to 2 minus lambda minus 1 minus lambda 1 1 equal to 0. So you'll get 2 minus lambda minus 1 plus lambda minus 1 equal to 0. So this is lambda plus 1, lambda minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So you get lambda square minus lambda, then you get minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. So you get lambda square minus lambda minus 3 equal to 0. So you get lambda is equal to 1 plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So that is 1 plus minus root 13 by 2. So these are the two eigenvalues of the given linear map. So this is how we see that the eigenvalues of a linear map is, you know, associated with the eigenvalues of the matrix, right. And this question may pop up in your mind that how these two are equal. Eigenvalues of T is equal to eigenvalues of T beta beta. So can you think of why these are equal? Why? Because this is what our earlier plan was. We wanted to have a matrix which completely, you know, relates your linear map. So this matrix is nothing but this map only, just in a different notation. So eigenvalues which you are looking here, they are nothing but in this context they are Tx, this matrix if you call it as A, so they are Ax is equal to lambda x. So they are equal because that is the idea of the linear idea of the matrix representation of linear transformations, right. So this is an important video where we related how to find out the eigenvalues of a linear map with how to find out the eigenvalues of a matrix, and we already have have the knowledge of finding out the eigenvalues of the matrices, and that we are using for finding the eigenvalues of the linear transformations. Thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video with your friends and colleagues.